Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing on this beautiful, whatever day it is? What is it, Wednesday?
What's up? Hump day? Someone had to.
Somebody has to know the date or the day. Is that what you said?
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Melissa just stole me for the night. We're like on a 4-hour drive at a convenience store that has porta potties. Their bathrooms are not working.
That's exciting.
Porta potties? We're going to Minneapolis.
Uh-oh. What are y'all going there for?
This guy named Jack Canfield.
I got you. I know who this guy named Jack Canfield is.
I'm such a party pooper, too, because I could stay home pretty easily.
All right. Who do we have? Oh, where's Ricky Durant?
Let's see who's on.
I know, I'm looking. All right, guys.
Hi.
So I just got back literally within the last half hour from Dallas, and it was very interesting to say the least. Just seeing more of the direction of which way we're going. One thing that was reiterated much, like a whole lot, is keep doing what we're doing. Go back to the core values of what created this big rush to begin with. And, one of the things that was great is the fact that no matter what changes or enhancements that we're going to do, if everyone is going strive for 5 and building out and with, like we've been teaching for quite some time, you'll be in a good place. So, a couple other changes that are going to be happening is we have till the end of this month. And Ian, if I say anything incorrect, please correct me.
November 30th.
November 30th. See, I already said something incorrect. So we have till November 30th to get everyone in on the auto ship prices where they are right now, because there will be a 10% increase, which means coffee will go up to $44 and the Xanthamax will go up to $44. So dose will be $88. Why are they doing this? Because ingredients and price of everything has been going up on us. And, the company's already doesn't have a big multiplier on the product. So guys, we're still going to be way less than any other product. Other cool thing is that will be a tweak, which is going to help everyone, is we're going to be paid on 100 BV. And what's going to happen is they're going to give us the retail price in pay, and anyone that orders an auto ship, they're going to be paying basically with a $10 discount. And then with anyone that is buying wholesale, they're going to get the additional discount from there. So it makes sense for us to push all the people that have ever been customers to jump on an auto ship and lock in at whatever price we're at, because as long as they're in, as Ian had just shared, November 30th, they will be at that price as long as they keep their auto ship. So whatever you want at the discounted price, you're going to want to add that on your auto ship. Hempelevate will be staying the same, but the coffee and the Xanthamax will have a slight increase in what we're paying. Yet, what's also going to happen is we're going to have a 20% pay increase in that, because now instead of getting paid $16 on dose, we're going to be getting paid $20 on dose. And they have another cool component that will be implemented as well, which is on our sampling pack. We won't have the same type of shareables that we have right now. It will be a 6-day experience or a 3-day experience for a couple. And that will be retailed at $30. The way that people will get enrolled in the company come November will be $99.
Jesus Christ, Mark.
Hello.
You're fucking lucky.
Hey now. That was amazing. So, somebody's in trouble, as you heard. So, what's going to happen is we will have a couple tweaks as we move forward. And what I do believe is that the direction that we're going as a whole is for us to become the legacy company that we've always wanted to be, right? Or basically the reason why we started. All of those things are coming to fruition. We're not necessarily sure how the other enhancements are actually going to look until we see all of the numbers. And AMLO, always. So with that, did I miss anything, Ricky or Ian or anyone on that side?
No, I think you covered it all pretty much, Chris.
This is what I'll share. And this is what we know to be true. No matter what the numbers are, no matter what enhancements happen to the comp plan, what we have been teaching as a whole will bring true and benefit the people that are building that way, period. Which means strive for 5. It's paramount. Everyone, we need to push strive for 5 and then keep building in width, as well as tap rooting and building in depth for our stability. But what I can share with you is any enhancements that do come out, what I do know is that the larger you build your team, the more you're going to make. And the things that they're looking to do are going to really drive the behaviors of not only customer getting, which we will be making more money, but it's also going to be driving the behavior of building in width, right? So what I can share with you is the way check matches and all of that stuff works. I think a lot of people will be happy with what they're seeing and the way that these things are going to be implemented. We do not want to go into any details because we really don't know the details. What we will share is that you as leaders will be kept abreast of any little tweaks and changes. And what I will also share is that we know the heart and the feelings of the team. We know how you as leaders feel. We know what's important to you all. And we are pushing for all of anything that happens to basically complement the culture that we've always created. So this is what I will say. No matter what change any company ever makes, there's always people that will figure out a way. I said something about 99. I'll go back to that, Shane. Thank you. Or Candy. What I will say is that the way that we as leaders tackle any situation, any tweak, any change is going to be the way that our team does. So again, you know, the Fab 90 as well as the ambassadors that have been at these events are putting in our 2 cents in the way that we feel things need to go. Robert has assured us that, you know, at the end of the day, he's always driving the ship and will stay true to the core values and principles of what attracted us all here in the first place. So with that, the changes with our mindset, as long as we're staying positive throughout whatever it might be, and we stick to the principles that we've talked about, which is building in width, then I think most people are going to be tickled pink with the way that this, you know, with any kind of tweaks and changes that they will have. With that, somebody had asked, what is that, Ian?
Okay, so Candy asked you to go back to the $99 thing because that's when you kind of got interrupted by, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So why don't you cover that real quick so we don't miss out on that?
I was actually going to jump to that right now. Thank you so much, Ian. So the $99, what that's going to boil down to, instead of people paying the $49 fee to start off with and getting no value from it, what they're going to do is they're going to be those six sample, what are they called, by the way? It's called an experience pack.
6-day experience.
Right. It's a 6-day experience. They're going to retail at $30. It's going to pay a nice little chunk. I don't know. Did you write down the numbers exactly what it's going to pay, Ian?
I did not.
$10, I believe.
All right. It's going to pay $10 for a $30 sale. So when our app and everything goes through and how we're marketing through this Amazon, Uber, MLM experience is what we're actually going to have. We are going to be able to, when somebody joins at $99, they're going to get 3 of those. So that is roughly a $90 value right there. They're going to get their virtual business system included in the $99. They're also going to get access to the LT Training Academy, which many of us that are part of the focus group have already been participating in, and which here shortly you guys are going to be implemented into as well. And it's basically the millionaire training that was literally done back in 1980 that so many of the network marketing professional have gotten a lot of their input from this and Jim Rohn and all of that. So all of these things are going to be included in the $99 fee. So from there, I believe we will have access to be able to buy more of those experience packs, as well as, of course, we're going to have people that are going to still be buying bags of coffee and doing much of the sampling like that as well. So Robin had some good strategies on how she was going to implement the actual experience pack, and it made a lot of sense. Because me personally, I was sitting there going, well, how do I shift? Because I personally will give 1 or 2 samples to people without thinking too much about it. So I'm like, a friend, am I going to go sell them a $30 pack, or am I going to give them a sample and then have them just order, right? So I know a lot of people do things different ways. The people that are doing the sampling like that, it'll work extremely well. People that might be doing funnels or whatever other things people are doing, or people that might want to try it for a few days, I think these kits are going to be very, very effective. But Robin had shared an idea with me on how she was going to implement it, which I'm glad we have a lot of sharp people in the team that are innovative in the way that they go about doing these things. I don't know if, Robin, do you want to share what you were sharing with me?
Hey there. Yeah. Hey. Sure. I actually do this already at times when I share a 5-day, but the way that I approach it is I kind of go into it knowing that they will want to stay on this product and they will want to have more. So when I offer them a 5-day, I just say, hey, you know what? It gives you a great 2 days to experience it. Most people know the first day they want more. But by the second day, you're going to know for sure if you're going to want this. So what's great about this pack is you have a few more in there to get you by when we get your order going. So it will get you by until your order gets to you. So by then, you won't run out. So by the second day, you're going to know, hey, I really want this. And then you have extra to get you by until your order gets to you. And so that's worked where, it's already sets it into their brain that they're going to probably want it by the second day. So to be prepared to order it by the second day. And if they like it, which they usually do, then they'll be ready to already say, okay, I need to get this ordered because now I only have a little bit left to get me through until my order gets to me.
Perfect. And as we master whatever it is that we're doing and how we're going about doing it, because we have so many talented people in this group that have a lot of incredible ways that they're sharing. I know Sean and Kim, they're doing 30-day experiences, right? So they're already sharing that, which I know Gavin has picked up some of that. And, the beautiful thing about having all of these incredible leaders is that everyone is sharing different little tweaks on what they do and how it benefits. But what I will say over anything else is, number one, the core values of what we built on, which is unity, love, acceptance, making people feel good, creating that environment for people to grow. That is going to have to always stay at the forefront and be paramount in what we do. And no matter what shifts we make, the advisory board / ambassadors and whoever's been a part of that, we are going to help steer the ship to make sure that, you know, our core values are all staying in place. And Robert is assured us the exact same thing. But I will say that your mindset on deciding to be a winner and deciding that whatever it is on how we deal with whatever change, because guys, anytime you deal with change in life, not everybody's going to be happy no matter what. I mean, it's just the way that it is. We had some comp plan enhancements recently, and some people were like, oh my God, this is so amazing. It's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. And then some people might have felt a little bit different about it. But what I will tell you is that what I am sure of is that as we're building what it is that we're a part of, and as we hit momentum, this group of people on this call right now, as long as you stay the course and you keep doing what you've been doing that puts you in this position to be on this leadership call, your life will change and you will be in a different place in the next coming years. I truly believe and see, like, literally, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. And in fact, Judy and I were talking about this last night. And many times when you see people, we were talking about a good friend of mine that has a Rolls Royce Wraith, and he's a network marketer. He's making an amazing amount of money. And, you know, we were talking about, like, if we would buy a car like that, and guys, the kind of income that we're going to be making, you're going to have to do certain things like that to have certain tax deductions, unless you want to give it all to the government. So what I'm optimistic about is that the huge mansions paid for on the side of a hill and different things, like, let's just, Marcy just bought a really awesome house, right? The fact that she'll be able to have something like that paid for in cash and all of the things that you guys desire as a team, I truly see this. Like, this was the conversation we've been having the last days and talking with these different people. Like, I don't know if y'all understand how, I was talking to a good friend of mine tonight that in his network marketing business last year made well over $1 million. And he's very good friends with Keith Halls. And he said Keith Halls is a freaking genius, that the guy is extremely smart with money. And one of the things that they were talking about at the Fab 90 meeting, or whatever you want to call it, the ambassador meeting, basically was about fiscal responsibility and what to do with your money and how to handle taxes. And they're going to go in and share a lot of these insights with us as we mature as entrepreneurs and as we need. But what I can share is that I am extremely optimistic for this team and what we are going to be able to accomplish with the right mindset moving forward. I just want to commend everybody for all the things and all the ways that you guys have already dealt with the growth that we've experienced so far, which has been amazing. And it's also been a great test for all of us. And I believe that it was preparing us for what we're about to manifest as a team, as a company. Amazing things are happening. Anything else I missed, Ricky? Anybody else want to share? Because my voice is shot.
No, I think you covered it all pretty much, Chris. But what I want to say is, I mean, guys, really, like Robert was talking about yesterday, he was talking about, look, a lot of companies are going to come and go. We're basically ahead of the future now with this compensation plan. And what I mean by that is, as we started, you know, trying to ship product to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, whenever we presented our compensation plan, it got kicked back. Nobody understands it. We don't understand it. They don't understand it. Nobody understands the comp plan. So we had to come up with something that was gonna work globally, right? So guys, you really gotta think about something. We've been at this for 10 months now, and we've grown to do what we did with the challenges that we did. Imagine this. Imagine where we're gonna be next year at this time. Imagine where your life is gonna be 30 years from now, okay? Because the way Robert is doing everything that he's doing, and I've been right beside him, asking questions up his butt 24/7, the more I get to know the guy, the more I admire what he's doing, because he don't care about the competition. You know, everything around us is irrelevant to what we're creating here. Okay? We're creating the next legacy company. Are you going to be a part of the next legacy company 10 years from now, 20 years from now? You know, a lot of people in this industry, what happens is they see the next shiny object and then they jump, okay? And then guess what happens to that company? They go under, and then they jump. Well, guys, I think we've gone through hell and back, and we all know that, okay? We've already gone from the worst of the worst. So I think now it's time to hit the gas like you've never hit it before for the last 90 days that we have, not even 90 days now, 80 days, to close out this year stronger than ever. And 2018 is going to be incredible for all of us, and I'm super excited about what's going on here and all of you leaders that have played a big part into what's going on here. We appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. So guys, what we recommend doing, and Ricky and I have been talking about this, and Ian's been doing it as well. Basically, we're acting like we're new, and we're going all in again, and we're going to go build out our front line in a big, big way to make sure that, guys, the bigger the net that we have, as this thing picks up and catches momentum, the bigger the lifestyle that you're going to be able to create.
So, Chris, I got one thing real quick, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So we really haven't covered this, and I just want to explain the difference to everybody. They came out with shareables. Like, who loves shareables? Everybody raise your hand who loves shareables. I don't see anybody raising their hand. Nobody loves share. Okay, we got one person raising their hand. Nobody really loves the shareables. So let's just talk about it how it really is. Okay? Nobody has really loved the shareables. Okay, I got two people raising their hand. You weirdos. So different people build these businesses in different ways. And the way that I personally build my business may be different than the way you do yours, and that's cool. Some people give stuff away. In the month of July, me and Betsy were gone on vacation for 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks of July, I gave away $2,000 worth of shareables. $2,000. Like, I can't do that every month, every 2 weeks. Like, that's not a sustainable business move to give away samples. So I started selling them. And I've now sold a whole bunch of shareables for $10 a pop. And every one that I sell, I have to get into my car and do a 15, 20-minute drive, depending on traffic, to the post office to put it in the mail. And I've learned my lesson that I have to pay $3.50 to get tracking on it, because if I don't get tracking on it, the people say, I never got it. And so I have to send them another one. Okay, that's what's happened with me. Maybe not with you, but that's been my experience. So what is about to happen when we go to convention and they unleash this 6-day, 6-dose experience, whatever you want to call it, is that you are going to have a SKU in the back office where you can, talk to someone, share with someone. We're going to have this app. It's got all kind of capabilities. And you just direct them to go to your order link, which is going to be filldose.com. They pull out their credit card. They order the product that they want, coffee, chocolate, or combo, and the 6-day experience ships from the warehouse to them. Now, you can still buy them so that you can have them in person to hand out for your local crowd. But listen, guys, as much as I love those ladies at the post office, and they know me really, really well because I've been up there a whole lot, it would fill my heart with joy to never make that drive to that post office ever again, where people can get on there and order their own shareables and the company sends them to them. And so that's what's coming, to the point that all we have to do is just go out there and share this conversation, share our stories with people. And when they decide that they want to try this thing, and from a lot of people's experience, like that 2 sample dose pack that people get sometimes just isn't enough. For me, about 3 out of 10 people light up like Christmas. That's good enough for them. Their first sample, they're sold. But there are another 3 out of 10 people that need to drink this stuff for a week and then stop drinking it to realize, oh my God, it really was doing something. That's not me, but those people exist. They're weirdos, but they're out there. They got to drink it for longer than 2 samples. And this is going to solve that problem. The other 3 out of 10, from my experience, are those weirdos that if $1 million fell in their lap, they would gripe because they got a crease in their pants. And you're not going to, there ain't nothing you can do for them people. You're not going to make them happy. And I don't spend 1 second of my life trying to change their mind. I just move on. But for the 6 out of 10, this is going to cover way more than the 3 out of 10. Does that make sense? And so I'm excited about this, guys. The comp plan stuff, okay. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I'm probably going to go off into something I'm not supposed to say.
No. Don't spill the beans, because I'm going to give you guys a little taste.
Hang on.
Of it without spilling the beans.
What I'm going to say, Ricky, give me a chance. If I say anything wrong, mute me.
No, go ahead.
But just like Ricky said, guys, we are going to go international. Do you guys want to go international? Do you want to take this product around the world? If you want to do that, raise your hand. Okay, everybody's raising their hand. You want to go international with this product, we have to have a compensation plan that is internationally approved. And they flat out told us what we have, because if I try to explain it, I can't do it the same way Chris does it. And Chris does it different than Mark does it. And Ricky tries to do it. He can't do it. We cannot explain this thing. We can't draw it out the same from person to person. And it's not going to be globally approved. And so what we will be moving to is something that they already know is globally approved. But the one thing that hasn't been said, and the reason I followed Ricky Durant into this business, is because he told me, I'm not taking another dime from the company that we are in because my team can't win. And that's why I followed that man over here. And what we have seen with what we have done so far up to this point is built a middle tier of people that are making $500 to $1,500 a month, and it's affecting their life in a positive way. And what we have been told is that group of people, with this new way that they're looking at things, this new shift that's going to happen, grows by 25%. 25% more people earning between $500 and $1,500 a month. I don't know about y'all, but if you're okay with that, raise your hand. Like, I want my team to win. And that's how you get your team to win, is by giving people an opportunity to make $500 to $1,500 a month. That solves 90% of the bankruptcies in the United States, guys. That's huge. That's huge. And so I got a really, really, really amazing positive feeling about where we're going. And I just wanted to try to share whatever I can without Ricky muting me. And he didn't. And so I feel like I've done good. I didn't drop an F-bomb. I apologize for doing that the last time I was on here. I get excited, guys. And here's the last thing I'll say about that. I worked in the industry for 25 years where it was 90% men. And we talked like that to each other. And it was just how it was. In this business that we're in right now, Ellepreneurs is 80% women. And whenever I did that the last time, Marcy Cavanaugh, that's on this call, called me out. And I love you. And this is the new reality. This business is 80% women, and they don't talk to each other like that. And that's the truth. And so I apologize for what I said, and I will do my very best not to talk like that. Okay? Love you guys. Have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you, Ian. Guys, just think about this, and I'm going to spill the beans just a little bit, okay? But I'm not going to say exactly.
Hey, don't make me mute you, buddy.
No, it's going to be okay. Imagine this, okay? And really imagine this. Imagine bringing 10 people into the business as your level ones, okay? And those 10 people make $400 a month. And then you get to match that at $400 a month. How many people would you bring into your business then? I'm going to leave it at that.
Y'all are spilling a little bit of the beans, guys. You bean spillers.
What the heck?
That's why we're trying to tell you guys that y'all want to go out on a mass recruiting spree. Again, we lead with the product, but you want to have people front line to you, because, you know, if you guys were like trying to figure out who your 1 and 2 are, well, you're going to want a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 100. You're going to want to have all those people front line, because you're going to be able to blow away any kind of income that you ever thought you could make off of your best 1 and 2. And it just gets better and better and better with bonuses going down the chain. So we're not going to break down numbers, only due to the fact that we don't have the actual numbers in full detail in front of us to be able to do it in a way that we are, you know, coming from a place of 100% truth. But what I can tell you guys is, if you're building in with, you're going to be a happy camper, especially as you're helping develop those people into leaders. Imagine having a Ricky Duran, a Marcy Kavanaugh, Ian, you know, actually imagine having any one of you all, because this is a leader call, on your front line that you personally sponsored, and being able to match their checks. And this is going to be a little bit different than what we're talking about on the other, but it's going to be something where you guys are going to be pretty freaking excited as the things go on. And we don't know what little tweaks and changes are going to happen between now and the event to make sure that this is exactly what is going to work, because we only have one shot at this and doing it right. But it was pretty, it was different for us, where we didn't totally understand it, but we did. And like 1 second we're like really excited. We're like, how does that really work? So we're not going to try to break all that down. But what I can tell you, building with, like Mark and Judy have been telling us from the freaking beginning, build in with, and then help develop those people. Again, it's the culture that we've created that has caused this amazingness that you guys have done. So just keep that up. Keep loving on everybody. And let's go out there and find people that want to win and win in a big way. Yes, Marcy Kavanaugh.
I just wanted to add, Ian asked Donnie Walker a question after the meeting was over, and I wanted to share his view on it because it impressed me. Of course, you know, being there and listening to everything impressed me, but being that Donnie Walker's been in the industry like 30 years, and, you know, Ian asked him, and I was standing there, he said, so what do you think about, you know, all of this? And he said, I'm excited because this is the type of compensation plan that people make $1 million a month on. So that's what we've got coming, guys.
So last night, Mark and I were like looking at the top income earners in the world and all that. And many of those people came from similar plans of what they're trying to implement. So again, no matter how we're affected right when it goes into effect, I think they're going to work everything out to where it's a smooth transition for people, so where it's not like a knock upside the head, totally change. But what I will say is that if you take advantage of what we're telling you right now, in between the end of this month, you go out, you act like you're new again, you start building with a massive sense of urgency. And we build this month, we build next month, we build out, closing out the year as everything gets implemented. I think you guys are going to be extremely surprised on what is possible. So let's go out and really find the people that want what we have. Find the people that want to be a part of something amazing like this. There's a lot of big leaders that are looking at what we're doing right now. Just to let you guys know, people are watching. And if you do not take advantage now, you are going to regret this. But back to looking at that list, it was person after person after person after person after person that were in companies like Herbalife and Amway and all of these old school companies that don't have that shiny object syndrome comp plan that makes people think whatever, but at the end of the day, they're making more money than anybody else in the industry. And with those binary type comp plans where you'll have those people, oh, they're making this amount a month and this amount of time, those companies are here today, gone tomorrow, and that's why they're not on the list every year. It's funny, like I've been following this list for the last 10 years, and every single year, many of the top earners are either on the list or off the list, but the people from the legacy companies are on the list every single year. Never fail because they have a sustainable comp plan with a sustainable system. So with the people that are attracted to what we are as a company, they basically came over here based on what you guys did as a leadership team, and they're now helping just little minor tweaks in the company to, well, major tweaks on our shipping and all the other problems we had, but minor tweaks on the direction because we already know what we're doing. We're already rocking everything out as a team. And when I say as a team, guys, I'm talking about Mark and Judy on down. So a lot of times when we say team, because we're all working sideline with everybody, we're all a big team, even though this is our Team Rise, but we're team, whatever we call Mark and Judy, the Willitson team, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We need to give them a name or something. But any rate, the lovable team. So the whole team as a whole, guys, like we have created this that has attracted these people, and that is they're trying to steer this thing in a way where we can truly stand up for what everybody's been saying in the industry. Oh, we're going to be a legacy company, and they're really planning their company for an exit strategy where we're here for the long haul. We're doing this. We're hoping that this is our last run ever. And we will be talking. We heard stories over the weekend about 80-something-year-old women that are making $500,000 a year, and their grandchildren are running their business. Like, that's the kind of thing that we want to create. Go look up the definition of a legacy. It's something left behind. And that's what we're trying to do. It's not just about us. It's not about what we're doing and how big our checks are, but what kind of legacy can we leave for our children's children? You know, the good book says that you're supposed to leave an inheritance for your children's children. This is our chance to do that. We weren't going to do that with the job. So with that being said, guys, I think we've covered everything. Everybody have an awesome night. We appreciate you all. We love you all, and so proud to be a part of this with you all. And, I mean, we're actually just awed. We were talking a lot about that this weekend, just the amazing people that have been attracted to what we're doing. So I just want to congratulate every one of you all for being those amazing people. Everybody have an awesome night. Talk to you all soon.